Hello friends, I've heard it so many times. People say, oh Barcelona, I'd love to go, but it's so expensive. I'm here to tell you that's just not true. You can have the most incredible, delicious and beautiful adventure in this city without emptying your bank account. Barcelona is a place of incredible energy, amazing art, and food that will make your heart sing. And the best part? It welcomes everyone, especially the curious traveler who knows how to look for the real treasures. You don't need a fat wallet to experience the soul of this city, you just need a good pair of shoes and a big appetite for life. The real magic of Barcelona isn't found in the priciest hotels or fanciest restaurants. The secret is to travel smart. It's about knowing where to look and being open to the little discoveries that make a trip unforgettable. This isn't about cutting corners, it's about finding better corners to explore. It's about eating where the locals eat, walking down the streets they walk, and seeing the city through their eyes. When you do that, you not only save a ton of money, but you also get a much richer, more authentic experience. You connect with the place on a deeper level. You find the little family-run tapas bar with the best patatas bravas you've ever tasted, and it costs you next to nothing. That's the real prize, my friends. This city is like a giant sun-drenched playground waiting to be explored. From the winding, mysterious alleys of the Gothic Quarter to the sparkling Mediterranean beaches, so much of Barcelona's beauty is completely free. It's a city that rewards you for wandering, for getting a little lost, and for being open to whatever comes your way. You can spend your days soaking in centuries of history and your evenings enjoying the simple pleasure of a glass of wine with new friends. It's a place that proves the best things in life truly are, well, mostly free, or at the very least, very affordable. So, let's go on a little journey together. I want to show you how to do Barcelona the right way. The fun way, the delicious way, and the budget-friendly way. We'll find the best deals, eat the most amazing food, and see the most breathtaking sights. Forget everything you thought you knew about expensive European holidays. We are going to dive headfirst into the vibrant heart of Catalonia and prove that an unforgettable trip is about the richness of the experience, not the size of the bill. Are you ready? Let's go. Your smart travel adventure begins the second you land at Barcelona El Prat Airport. Now you'll see signs for the big fancy Airbus. It's quick, sure, but it's also the priciest option. Here's my little secret for you. Just follow the signs for the train, the Rodali's R2 Nordline. For the price of a single public transport ticket, this train will whisk you right into the city center, stopping at major stations like Sants or Passeig de Gracia. It's what the locals use. It might take a few minutes longer, but look at all the euros you just saved. You can use that for your first delicious cup of coffee or a flaky pastry. Welcome to Barcelona. You're already traveling like a pro. Now, where should you stay? Forget those expensive impersonal hotels in the tourist hotspots. The real soul of Barcelona lives in its neighborhoods, its barris. I recommend looking for a hostel or a guest house in areas like Gracia, Poble Sec, or El Raval. These places are not only much cheaper, but they also give you a real taste of local life. You'll wake up to the sounds of neighbors chatting from their balconies and the smell of fresh bread from the corner bakery. You'll be staying in places with character, run by people who are often happy to share their favorite local spots with you. It's a win-win situation. Staying in a local neighborhood doesn't mean you're far from the action. In fact, it often means you're closer to the real action. Gracia, for example, feels like a small village within the city, with its own charming squares, independent shops, and fantastic, affordable restaurants. Poble Sec is a foodie's paradise, famous for its incredible tapas streets. By staying here, you get to escape the massive tourist crowds at the end of the day and retreat to a place that feels like your own little corner of Barcelona. You're not just a visitor, you're a temporary resident, and that's a beautiful feeling. Plus, many hostels are modern, clean, and incredibly social. They are amazing places to meet other travelers from all over the world. You can share stories, get tips, and maybe even find a new friend to explore the city with. It's all part of the adventure. So, skip the boring hotel room and opt for a place with a bit more heart. Your budget will thank you, and your travel experience will be so much richer for it. You'll leave with memories of the place you stayed, not just the sights you saw. Okay, you've arrived and settled in. Now how do you get around this beautiful city without spending a fortune on taxis? It's easy. You need to meet my best friend in Barcelona, the T-Casual travel card. This isn't just a ticket, it's your key to the city. You can buy it at any metro station and it gives you 10 journeys on the metro, buses, and even the funiculars. It is significantly cheaper than buying single tickets every time you want to hop on the metro. It makes exploring so simple and stress-free. You can just tap and go, zipping from one neighborhood to another like a true Barcelonian. And now for my favorite topic, food. You might think eating well in a big European city costs a lot of money, but not here. You just need to know the magic words, Menu del Dia. This is a weekday lunch special that is one of the best deals in all of Europe. For a set price, usually between 12 and 15 euros, you get a 3-course meal. I'm talking about media group, plates with salad or soup starter and main course on restaurant table. Barcelona at its stock at it distribute _equally. A starter, a main course, a dessert or coffee, and it even includes a drink like wine or water. You'll find these menus advertised on chalkboards outside local family-run restaurants, especially away from the main tourist drags. This isn't just cheap food, this is fantastic, authentic, home-style cooking. You get to eat what the locals are eating, from hearty stews and grilled fish to traditional Catalan specialities. It's a huge, satisfying meal that will keep you energized for an entire afternoon of exploring. Look for places that are busy with office workers and local families. That's always a good sign. The Menu del Dia is more than just a meal. It's a cultural experience. It's a delicious window into the everyday life of the city, and it's the absolute best way to eat like a king on a pauper's budget. For the evenings, we have another fantastic food adventure waiting for us. When the sun starts to set, it's time for tapas. But we're not going to the overpriced tourist traps on La Rambla. No sir, we are heading to Carrer de Blai in the Poble Sec neighborhood. This street is famous for its pinchos bars. Pinchos are little bites of heaven, typically a small slice of bread with all sorts of delicious toppings, all held together with a toothpick. You just grab a plate, help yourself to whatever looks good, and at the end, the bartender counts your toothpicks to figure out the bill. It's fun, it's social, and it's unbelievably cheap. For your first day, let's dive right into the historic heart of the city. We're going to the Gothic quarter, the Barri Gòtic, and, you know the best part? It costs absolutely nothing to explore. Put away your map for a little while and just let yourself wander. This is a magical labyrinth of narrow cobblestone streets that suddenly open up into beautiful sunlit squares. Every corner you turn reveals something new, a hidden courtyard, a centuries-old church, or maybe the faint sound of a Spanish guitar being played by a street musician. This is where the story of Barcelona began. And honestly, you can feel the history in the ancient stones beneath your feet. As you explore, you'll stumble upon incredible sights like the magnificent Barcelona Cathedral. While some parts might have an entry fee, you can often admire the stunning exterior and even peek inside for free at certain times. Look for the Pont del Bisbe, or Bishop's Bridge, a beautiful neo-Gothic bridge that connects two buildings over a narrow street. It's one of the most photographed spots in the area, and it's a perfect example of the architectural beauty you can find just by walking around. Let your curiosity be your guide. Follow the alley that looks the most interesting. You never know what amazing discovery is waiting for you. All that walking is going to make you hungry. This is the perfect time to hunt for that amazing Menu del Dia we talked about. Duck into the side streets away from the main squares, and you'll find plenty of small, unassuming restaurants filled with locals. These are the places you want. For a fantastic price, you'll refuel with a delicious, multi-course meal that will make you feel so happy and so smart for finding it. This is the rhythm of Barcelona. Explore, get lost, and then reward yourself with incredible food. It's a simple formula for a perfect day. As evening approaches, it's time for that tapas crawl I promised you. We'll take the metro over to Poble Sec and walk down the lively Carrer de Blai. Each bar has its own unique selection of pinchos laid out on the counter, a colorful and delicious buffet. You can have a couple of bites in one place, then move on to the next. It's a fantastic way to sample a huge variety of flavors. Grab a small beer, a canna, or a glass of local wine, and just soak in the buzzing atmosphere. This is how you end a perfect first day in Barcelona, with a full belly, a happy heart, and a wallet that's still feeling pretty good. Today we're going to see some of the work of Barcelona's most famous son, Antoni Gaudí. His architectural creations are like nothing else in the world. Our first stop is his masterpiece, the Sagrada Familia. Now going inside can be quite expensive and the tickets sell out fast. But here's the thing, you can experience so much of its magic for free just by admiring it from the outside. Find a bench in one of the parks on either side of the Basilica, the Plaça de Gaudí, or the Plaça de la Sagrada Familia. From there you can sit and study the incredible detailed facades for as long as you want. It's like an open-air museum. Next up is another Gaudí wonderland, Park Güell. While you now need a ticket for the main monumental zone with the famous mosaic lizard and terrace, a large portion of the park is still completely free to enter. You can wander through the beautiful winding paths, enjoy the lush greenery, and see some of Gaudi's whimsical architectural touches. The free areas offer incredible views of the city, and are a perfect place to get a sense of the park's unique charm without spending a single euro. It's a beautiful walk, and a great way to see his genius at work in a natural setting. For lunch, let's escape the tourist crowds and head to a real local market. We're skipping the famous Boqueria and going to the Mercat de Sant Antoni instead. This beautiful, recently renovated iron and glass market is less crowded and more authentic. Inside, you'll find a vibrant mix of stalls selling fresh fruit, cheese, cured meats, and bread. This is the perfect place to assemble a picnic. Grab some delicious jamon, some local manchego cheese, a fresh baguette, and some juicy peaches. It's a fun, affordable, and incredibly delicious way to eat. You get to sample the best local products and create your own perfect lunch. With our picnic packed, we're heading for the hills. From the parallel metro station, we can take a funicular railway up to the top of Montjuic Hill. The ride itself is part of the fun, and it's covered by your T-Casual card. Montjuic is a huge green space overlooking the city and the port. Find a nice spot, lay out your picnic, and enjoy your delicious market finds while taking in some of the most spectacular panoramic views of Barcelona. It's a peaceful escape from the hustle and bustle of the city below, and a perfect budget-friendly afternoon adventure. What's a trip to Barcelona without a visit to the beach? The city has several kilometers of beautiful golden sand beaches that are completely free to enjoy. Barceloneta is the most famous and busiest, but you can walk a little further down to beaches like Nova Icaria or Bogatel for a more relaxed, local vibe. Pack your towel, a good book, and some sunscreen. To keep things cheap and cheerful, bring your own water and snacks from a local supermarket. You can spend a whole morning or afternoon just relaxing, swimming in the Mediterranean and soaking up the sun. It's a simple pleasure and a wonderful way to enjoy the city's incredible location. After you've had your fill of sun and sand, it's time for a dose of culture. Many of Barcelona's world-class museums have specific days and times when you can get in for free. This is an amazing tip for budget travelers. For example, the Picasso Museum often offers free entry on Thursday afternoons and the first Sunday of every month. The Museu Nacional d'Art de Catalunya, which has an incredible collection of Catalan art, is usually free on Saturday afternoons and the first Sunday of the month. You just need to check their websites beforehand, and this is important. Book your free ticket online in advance as spots fill up quickly. Planning your museum visits around these free hours is a brilliant way to see some of the world's greatest art without spending anything. Imagine standing in front of Picasso's early works or admiring breathtaking Romanesque murals all for free. It just takes a little bit of planning. Make a list of the museums you want to see and check their official websites for their free entry schedules before you go. This little bit of homework can save you a lot of money, which you can then spend on more important things like another round of delicious tapas. This strategy allows you to balance your days perfectly. You can have a relaxing, free morning at the beach, followed by an inspiring, free afternoon at a museum. It shows that in Barcelona, you don't have to choose between relaxing and experiencing culture, or between having fun and saving money. With a little bit of smart planning, you can absolutely do it all. The city is full of these incredible opportunities. You just have to know where and when to look for them. This is what traveling smart is all about, my friends. For our final evening, I want to take you to a place with the best view in the entire city. It's a local secret, a spot that feels a world away from the tourist trails. We're heading up to the Bunkers del Carmel. These are the remnants of anti-aircraft bunkers built during the Spanish Civil War, perched on a hill high above the city. There are no gift shops or ticket booths here, just an incredible, uninterrupted 360-degree view of Barcelona. You can see everything: the grid of the Example district, the spires of the Sagrada Familia, the mountain of Montjuic, and the sparkling Mediterranean Sea. To get there, you can take a bus that gets you most of the way up the hill, followed by a short, steep walk. It's absolutely worth the effort. My advice is to go an hour or so before sunset. Bring a bottle of water, maybe some snacks you picked up earlier, and find a spot to sit on the concrete platforms. You'll be joined by locals and in-the-know travelers, all gathering to watch the daily spectacle. As the sun begins to dip, it bathes the entire city in a warm, golden light. It is pure magic. It's a moment of peace and reflection, and it costs absolutely nothing. Watching the sunset from the Bunkers del Carmel is the perfect way to end your Barcelona adventure. It's a reminder that the most memorable travel experiences often have nothing to do with money. They're about finding a special place, sharing a beautiful moment, and seeing the world from a new perspective. It's about the feeling you get when you see a city laid out before you like a glittering map, and you think about all the little streets you walked and the delicious food you ate. This is the memory of Barcelona you will carry with you forever. So you see, Barcelona isn't a city that's reserved for the rich. It's a city that rewards the curious, the adventurous, and the smart traveler. It's a place that opens its arms to anyone willing to explore its neighborhoods, taste its real food, and embrace its vibrant spirit. You don't need a lot of money to have a rich experience here. You can see world-famous architecture, relax on the beach, get lost in ancient streets, and eat like a local, all on a modest budget. I hope you'll go and see for yourself. And when you do, please share your own tips. The world is a delicious place meant to be shared by everyone.